Okay, I get it. I get it now after listening to, what's her name? Karen Hunter, which I think is a pratt and schizophrenia somewhere that is literally out of her mind. If you can even call it having a mind, that's a kind of like an oxymoron even to assume that somebody like her even have a mind. This is what she said, right? Listen to this. She's asking this guy named Steve on here about a question. It's a caller. And they're speaking about abortion. And it's getting pretty heated. It's got my attention because I usually don't listen to Urban View. But anyway, I find myself listening to it. And this is the question that she proposed. This is the logic and the reasoning. She says, so, she asked a man if he had an abortion, which, you know, that's a nonsensical question. You call it being facetious, whatever you want to be, but see, when people actually approach and have that kind of approach, playing these types of games, which gender's nothing but a bunch of mental gymnastics, slides just get tore up anyway. He says, no, I haven't. But then he says, okay, he knows 3 women that have had abortions, and all 3 of them regretted it. And so this is her logic. This is the angle she came from. She came from this angle. She says, so these 3 women made mistakes in their life, and they decided to abort the baby. And I'm going to go on a little bit more logic. So God created us with a choice of free will, and so it's our right to be able to go in and murder a baby in the womb. Now, I added that last part on because that's exactly what it is. So I said, what kind of talk and what kind of mindset and what kind of logic is that? Now, first of all, number one, when that woman decided to lay down with a man, no matter who that man was, and it was consensual sex, she ended up pregnant, that's not a mistake. You mean to tell, see, what they're doing is they're looking at this from what they call a professional point of view and perspective, meaning this, that, well, she had a one-night stand or laid with a guy that they considered later on to be a loser. So therefore, they're not going to have this child because they don't want a child from a loser. So don't sit up and tell me it's a damn mistake when it was your choice to sit there and lay down. You see, this is the reason why this country can never come together. With that kind of chaotic, psychotic type mindset and stuff on radio programs, TV programs, in the pulpits and stuff like that, no wonder this damn world's so turned upside down. Kind of crap is that? Calling a child a mistake that you made the free will, free choice to lay down to get pregnant. Well, I didn't intend to get pregnant. That's exactly what's going to happen. If you have sex, there's a strong possibility. But to call it a mistake, that means you are some type of psychotic, chaotic, schizophrenic liar. That's what you are. You don't even know good from evil, right from wrong, up from down, bad from good. You don't know nothing. Anyway, you know what? I ain't listening to this mess no more. I just thought I'd make that video. I get a little bit too passionate about this stuff. And that's something. We've come now into society to where if a woman goes out and gets pregnant with a man, and she no longer likes that man somewhere between that time and her pregnancy, that she says she can call it a mistake, I made a mistake, and kill the baby inside the womb. That's called abortion. And then she said, you know, what was that, Roe v. Wade? I can't remember which one it was, but I think it is. She said, and when that law came into being, it was a, look what this was what she said. This is what she said. See, this is madness. This is a sickness. It's a mental illness that's going on here. That was a humane way to put babies to death. So let me see. They even got them to the point to where they'll birth the babies till the head is halfway out of the womb, head halfway in the womb, and take a needle and stick it up in their brain and suck their brains out in their skull and kill the baby while it's kicking and screaming in his mother's womb. And they call that humane. No, I wouldn't be a good politician. I wouldn't. I'm already hated for telling the truth as a preacher, which I don't mind because I expect that. It comes with the territory, simply because it's what the Bible says. But to sit up there and try to act like that you're in some type of moral position to be able to judge the moral compass of society, its life, and its life itself, with this type of murderous attitude, no, I'm sorry, I just can't get with it. You see, so this is where they're coming from. What they're doing is watching out for their own best interests, or they're watching out for their sorry careers. The man said that every single one of them that's ever gotten an abortion regretted it. Yeah, because they have to psychologically deal with the fact that no matter what type of philosophy you try to infuse and deposit into their mindset. Bottom line is, they're dealing with the reality. They have murdered part of them, period, point blank. And that's the truth, and that's the true straight way. Now, y'all don't want me for no president. Nuh-uh, because you think Donald Trump is something. I have his whole damn country clean and turned upside down. Well, what I do, I'll tell you what I do. Well, for particular transgressors, I'll find the highest building in the land, and we'll start lining them up and throwing them off the top of it, and I won't lose an ounce of sleep.